This case is very interesting. I have two Mrs. Baileys in front of me. What brings you ladies in my courtroom today?
I'm here today to determine that this man, this so-called man, is the father of my 3 children.
And mine too.
And how many kids do you have?
I have 3 children.
As well.
I do, yeah.
And both of you guys are married to this man here?
Unfortunately, yes.
Yep.
Okay, so Mr. Bailey, what do you got to say about this?
Well, it's like this, Judge. I'm a player, and I got to be out there all the time, and I got to take care of myself, and it's things that I drive trucks, and I'm on the road a lot and everything, and I'm just out there, and I'm doing this and I'm doing that, and I'm getting rid of my loads and stuff, I can't just sit back and just do nothing and stuff, and I got a home, and I go to my home.
So you go from state to state. You got to make sure you have, wherever you go, a house is a home, huh?
I got it.
All right, Mr. Bailey, can you describe your relationship before the dispute?
Well, I'm on the road a lot, Your Honor, and I got places I need to be, and I travel all 50 states. And I got to have me another home. It beats sleeping in the cab all the time. At first, when I was sleeping in the cab, it was uncomfortable because I'm tall man, and I got to stretch out and, do some things and stuff. And I'm in that trailer and it's uncomfortable. No TV, no nothing, just CB radio. So I found me another home and stuff. So, I met this woman on the road and everything. She was nice to me. She was good to me, and we got to chatting and stuff, and fixed me dinner. She's a good cook, and we got to talking and everything, and it was all good. We just got to hanging out and going on.
Well, can you describe the relationship before the dispute? Let's start with you.
Okay. Well, I didn't know he had another wife, and whenever I met Mr. Bailey, we got along really good. I thought I was the only woman. And we had 3 kids together. I would never believe that he would be able to even have time for another wife. I mean, I always talk to him on the phone, and he's always calling and checking on our kids. I mean, yeah, he's home sometimes because he travels for his job, but to have another wife, how is that even possible? To even do something like that?
Well, let me hear from the other Mrs. Bailey. Can you describe your relationship before the dispute?
First of all, you're the other wife, and I don't know what's up with this man, but you had a perfectly good home. I provided every meal. You got children. You had a good place to come home to, and you're on the road, whatever. Okay? Whatever. Okay? I don't know about that, but our relationship, I thought was golden. I thought it was gold. I provided everything for this man. I don't work. I stay home. I take care of the kids. All 3 of our kids, they're very well cared for because I thought my man was honest. But now I'm finding out that that this is going on. Well, it's not okay, and I don't even know what even to say.
When did doubts about paternity first arise?
Okay, it arose whenever one day I went through his phone, and whenever he was taking a shower, and I noticed there was 2 Facebook accounts on there. And that's when I realized that there was a second wife. I wasn't the only one.
The first wife.
Regardless, we both been played by this guy. And he is the father of my children, no matter what he says, okay? What do you think about that?
Okay, so we both found out that he's saying that all these kids are his, but I don't know how, and so we both confronted him about this triangle. He's denied everything about the kids, and that's why we're here today, because he's denied everything.
Well, what led you to believe there might be an issue with paternity?
Well, I mean, I didn't know he could have other kids, to be honest with you. And I think that now we need to know, because I don't trust him. He's lied to me, and obviously he's lied to her.
Yeah.
What about you, Mr. Bailey?
I'm sorry, what did you say again, Jen?
What led you to believe there might be an issue with paternity? What led you to believe that? What made you say all these kids is not yours?
Well, I ain't got time. I ain't got time to do nothing with to have no kids or nothing, Judge. I'm out there doing my thing. I'm on the road and stuff. I'm driving and pushing this heavy load every week, Judge, and when I'm home, I'm asleep. I'm surprised there ain't no more women in here. I mean,
Well, y'all had some on y'all hands. Did you hesitate to bring this issue to court?
I didn't until when I found out that he was, living this double, triple, quadruple life. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, and I completely feel betrayed because I absolutely had confidence in him. I had no idea that he had another wife, another family entirely. We had 3 children together. He was a perfect husband. He was always calling and checking us, but he totally got busted. I caught him, and when I caught him, I didn't hesitate to get a hold of her and let her know right away and talk to her and find out exactly what was going on. We totally been played by this man right here. And yes, I do feel, without even a doubt, I know that those are his kids. I don't care what he says.
Were there any attempts to resolve this matter privately?
Yes, I don't know about her, but I have taken it up with him, and all he does is just take off. I got to go to work now. That's what he tells me all the time. Well, I don't have time for that. I'm going to be out of town. I got to work. It just kept going on, and until finally I said, okay, that's it. I'm not going to play this no more, okay? We got to go to court. And you're going to get this. We're going to make this official.
So you say it's a money thing. I saw you flicking your hands.
It's a money thing. I gotta be out there. I can't sit back and just look pretty all the time. I got to do something. Make sure they think that I'm doing something out there.
Okay. So who did y'all turn to for advice during this time?
I turned to my sister.
Okay.
Yeah, she's the one that's been helping me through this.
Okay.
Yeah, and believe me, it was a shock on the whole family.
I
My
can
dad
imagine.
loved him, and now it's like, what do you think about this? Especially when you got 3 kids together. This whole time, he never said a word.
She don't need no sister.
He never denied it before.
So Miss Bailey, what about you? Who did you turn to for advice?
Well, I was going to turn to family court, but then I thought about it and thought I would just go with the program and try to get him to take a paternity test and hope that will clarify everything. Otherwise, I'll have to hire a lawyer.
Okay. All right. So what made you finally decide to bring this case to court?
I want to get it resolved. I think that it's not fair what he did, and I think that he should be exposed for it, honestly.
And held accountable.
Okay, right, held accountable, because this whole time, we got 3 kids together. This whole time, he hasn't said anything about it. This is the first time this has come up, and we need to make this a definite deal. This needs to be official. This way, I don't have to hear about it no more.
Well, how did you prepare emotionally and practically for today's hearing?
I'm ready to file for divorce. If all this comes out that he's the father of her children, I'm done, and it'll be a divorce.
I am done too.
So you losing both of these homes and wives here.
Nah, they gonna be right where they at. We're gonna be right there where they at.
They gonna both be right there.
Yeah, they gonna be right there.
Cooking and cleaning.
I pick up the phone. Hey, baby, I need something to eat. Can you?
Yeah,
I'm gonna stop by there and give me something to eat.
think
You
so.
know,
Go to
can
the
you
truck
fix me
stop
up
for
something
that.
good? They're
Okay.
gonna be right there.
What evidence do you have to support your claims?
Well, I have birth certificates of all the children that he signed. What more would you like today? Because
The same goes for you, huh?
There hasn't been anybody else in my life. I'm a one-man woman.
Sure, for sure.
Well, what do you hope to achieve with today's results?
I have 3 kids, and they deserve for them not to be congested and pulled up into this mess. They should not be put in a position to where there should be any trauma or anything to them. Okay. So I want it to just remain the same and be clarified, and for it to be like that, and for him to continue, supporting them as the kids he raised them to be.
And you hoping the same thing?
no, if this all comes out that he's got paternity for these kids, then they can all be his, and I just want child support for my 3, and I will file for divorce. I'm done with
well,
this.
what
I'm
about
done
you,
with
Mr.
this. I just
Mr.
need
Bailey?
the paternity to show that I'm entitled to child support.
So what do you hope to achieve in today's results?
Well, Your Honor, I think that maybe I ought to get on back out there in the street and play my game. I ought to get on out there and play my game.
Lord help
I need
the
to
other
get out-
women in the world.
Yeah.
Do
Ooh,
your
man.
thing because
If
I'm
this
done
is how
with
they
you,
gonna be,
all right?
then I
I
need to
am
smooth
done
my
with
thing
you.
out and just,
That's it.
put
You
my
go
iron
on
on my
and live your
clothes and
single
stuff
life.
and just get on back out there.
All right?
All right, Mr. Bailey. So what are you prepared to do if you are the father of all, not one, not two, but all 6 of these kids? You got a whole football field going on.
Well, I'm gonna put them to work. I'm gonna put them out there and make them go to work.
And be a father,
yeah,
huh?
Yeah. They need to go on out there and do the work.
So what are you prepared if he's not the father of 3 of yours and 3 of yours?
There's no chance.
No chance.
No chance.
And what about you, Mrs. Bailey?
I am confident that this man is the father of my children, and I will prepare myself to file for divorce and make sure that he's accountable for child support.
He's going to be accountable, all right?
I just am asking for the courts to provide a paternity test.
All right, so I'm going to read these results as follow.
Okay.
For not one, but we got 3 kids from the first wife, and we have 3 kids from the second wife.
Okay.
So in the case of child 1 from the first wife, you are the father, Mr. Bailey. Child 2, you are the father, Mr. Bailey. Child 3, you are the father, Mr. Bailey. So now that we got the 3 from the first wife out the way, and Papa definitely a Rolling Stone, I'm going to continue this marathon. Okay? Second wife. In the case of your 3,
Yes, ma'am.
child 1, you are the father.
I knew it.
Don't take your hat off now. Ain't no hat being worn. Okay? Child
I knew
2,
it.
you are the father. And now I'm just sounding like a broken record because child 3, y'all go ahead and say it for me.
You are the deadbeat.
You know what?
Oh, yeah.
No, ain't no throwing no hats, Mr. Bailey. So what are you prepared to do? Because all 6 of these kids belong to you.
Oh, my God.
Well, I need a second opinion.
Ain't no second opinion on Mr. Bailey. These are all your kids.
Well, I'll take care of 3 of them. How about
Oh,
go
no.
3?
No, no.
Well, which 3? Because it's 3 from
yours.
each.
Oh, you'll be taking care of all of them, sir.
I'll
All
take
right.
care of them 1 year, 3 of them 1 year, and 3 of them the next year.
Oh. So now that you got these results, what are you moving forward? What are you ladies prepared to do?
Oh, I want my money. That's it. I do. I need his support for him to continue being the father of these children. Because
Yeah.
I don't want my kids traumatized. That's their dad, and it needs to stay like that. Especially since it's a fact
And
now.
y'all gonna stay as one?
I'm going to be divorced.
Oh.
Okay? I'm not going to be with him. He just told me he's going to keep playing. He's going to go out and he's going to keep doing his thing. And I don't really like what I'm hearing today. I mean, the fact that I'm glad to know that the children are going to be taken care of, but the fact that he's standing here telling me that he's not even going to take responsibility for being such a player and being betraying not just me, but our children.
All right, and you, Mr. Bailey, what do you?
Papa may be a Rolling Stone, but he ain't hanging his hat in my home. So, yeah, you out of there, baby. And you're going to be getting some child support payments coming my way.
So, Mr. Bailey, what did you learn in this courtroom today?
Well, if she can't cook, then that's not cheating. That's surviving. Ain't nobody out there cooking for me. I found somebody that's gonna cook for me. That's gonna do my thing. Gonna, help me out, build me up. See, I thought, I'm doing this, but I gotta eat. So, I'm not cheating.
What did you ladies learn from this?
I know what's going to be on my next barbecue.
And what is that? Him? He's cooked, huh?
He doesn't think I can cook? Well, wait till we taste my next barbecue.
Okay. And what have you learned?
I should probably pay more attention to what's going on with my husband. That's what I learned.
You mean
You
my
know,
husband?
Well,
Well, both of y'all husbands.
You know
Yeah.
what I was doing.
Yeah.
You know I was out there.
I mean, just because.
I was
oh
out there
no!
driving the truck. You know I was out there
Please, that
driving
doesn't
the
mean
truck.
that you can cheat.
All right,
Have a
guys.
good time.
You know what? I wish y'all nothing but the best. Court is adjourned.